Passengers boarding started.
Hello, welcome back. A slight change of plans from this morning. We are doing a flight from Amsterdam to Rome, which is a little bit longer than the one that I originally planned from Frankfurt to Rome. We're doing a KLM flight. And Amsterdam Schiphol is KLM's base, obviously. And I live, as the crow flies, a mile or 10 from the airfield. I did a cabin announcement sound pack with an actual KLM purser for Universal Announcer, the free add-on app for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and yeah, just showcasing that along with a flight that's going to take us approximately, let's see what the block time is. Two hours and 13 minutes. So an hour and 45 minutes in the air. Taxi out is probably going to be long because it's runways 36 center and 36 left here. If we get assigned 36 left, it's going to be a very long taxi, because that runway is way out in the province. We are currently boarding. I'll show you. I have an EFB tablet separately, so, but for the stream's purposes, I will pull up what's happening here from time to time. So there's currently 41 people boarded already. We have 230 passengers planned. Cargo is already loaded, as you can see, and we refueled before I opened the stream. We have a little over 9.4 tons of fuel on board for this trip to Rome Fiumicino. Hello, Mark Glenn. How are you doing? I'm going to set up the MCDU in a second. Let's go to the second MCDU and pull up the load sheets here, the company messages, and accept those. There. And we'll go to the FMGC. A321 KLM, that's correct.
Welcome on board. For safety reasons, the use and charging of a power bank on board is prohibited. Do not store the power bank in the overhead compartment, keep it visible, and please make sure it's always easily accessible. And to help us depart as quickly as possible, we kindly ask you to stow your carry-on luggage yourself. Please be aware that our cabin crew is not allowed to lift or stow hand luggage. Please stow your carry-on luggage in the overhead compartment. All other pieces of hand luggage should be placed under the seat in front of you. We'd like to thank you for your cooperation. En hartelijk welkom aan boord. Om veiligheidsredenen is het gebruik en het opladen van een powerbank aan boord verboden. Berg de powerbank niet op in de bagagebak, maar houd de powerbank in het zicht en zorg ervoor dat deze altijd makkelijk toegankelijk is. En om zo snel mogelijk te kunnen vertrekken, vragen wij u om uw handbagage zelf op te bergen. Houd er rekening mee dat ons cabinepersoneel geen handbagage mag tillen of opbergen. Berg trolleys op in de bagagebak. Alle overige stukken handbagage dient u onder de stoel voor u te plaatsen. Wij danken u hartelijk voor uw medewerking.
And that was our purser, Marcel. He is an actual KLM purser. And he was nice enough to come to my home studio and record all the cabin announcements from the actual and current script that he has on his KLM tablet. So our flight plan, I could actually... Thank you, Mark. I will actually get our IFR clearance so I can complete the flight plan. Schiphol delivery, KLM 65 Foxtrot, request IFR clearance to Rome Fiumicino.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, Schiphol delivery information Juliet current, cleared to Fiumicino via Eaglet 4 Whiskey departure, runway 36 center, climb to flight level 060, squawk 1000.
Cleared to Fiumicino via the Igloo 4 Whiskey departure, runway 36 center, climb to flight level 060, squawk 1000, KLM 65 Foxtrot.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, read back correct. Contact ground 121.905 when ready for pushback or engine start.
Ground at 121.905 when ready for pushback or engine start. KLM 65 Foxtrot. Alright, that was that. So 36 center, Iflut 4 Whiskey.
Transavia 53 Yankee, ramp Delta 905, request pushback.
Transavia 53 Yankee, Schiphol ground, pushback approved, face east.
Pushback and engine start approved, face east, Transavia 53 Yankee.
We're going to dial you down for a moment, because I don't need all that sound. The flight is to Rome, Mark. Rome Fiumicino. It's a very, very nice airport in this game. If you get it, the add-on airport from MK Studios. So yeah, since I paid money for that, I try to fly there quite often. So I make good use of it. And it's just a nice route. It's across the center of the heart of Europe. You go across the Alps, along the Italian west coast. It's a very nice flight. Alright, so that's the flight plan. Secondary flight plan, copy the active. Then need to check this. I know this by heart, that's correct. Are you a flight simmer yourself, Mark? That's our squawk. And we were cleared flight level 060. Already put that in the MCU. How far along are we? 116. And we have 18 minutes left. Okay. Ah, you don't have flight sim. Are you into aviation? No, I find it a very relaxing hobby.
Alpine 89 at Quebec Tango. Ramp call 71, request pushback.
Alpine 89 at Quebec Tango, Schiphol ground, pushback approved, face north.
Pushback and engine start approved, face north. Alpine 89 at Quebec Tango.
Nordic 1257 at Gate Hotel 7, request pushback and engine start.
Nordic 1257, Schiphol ground, pushback and engine start approved, face northeast.
Pushback approved, face northeast, Nordic 1257.
Alright, well, we have a little bit of waiting to do. There's not a whole lot that I can do right now, except wait for the passengers to board and then
Information kilo now current.
finish setting it all up. The flight in total, we have an hour and 45 minutes airtime, and it's approximately 2 hours and 15 minutes, including taxi and everything.
KLM A3 Victor, Schiphol ground, pushback and engine start approved, face southeast.
Pushback and engine start approved, face southeast, KLM
And
A3
try
Victor.
and pull up the
Alpine 89 at Quebec Tango.
in-game. Let's see if we can.
Alpine
Request
89
the
at Quebec
route.
Tango, taxi to holding point whiskey
Probably
10,
not.
runway 36 center via Alpha 19 whiskey, Alpha Bravo, whiskey 10.
Wait. Let me show you.
10, runway 36 center via Alpha 19 whiskey, Alpha Bravo, whiskey 10, Alpine 89 at Quebec Tango.
I'll pull up the route string and copy it
Nordic
into.
1257 ready
For
to
safety
taxi to
reasons,
the
the
active.
use and charging of a power bank on board is prohibited.
Nordic 1257, taxi to holding point whiskey 10, runway 36 center via Alpha 19 whiskey, Alpha Bravo, whiskey 10.
To help us depart as quickly as possible,
Taxi
we
to
kindly
holding
ask
point
you to
whiskey
store
10,
your carry-on
runway
luggage
36
yourself.
center via Alpha
Please be
19
aware that
whiskey,
our cabin
Alpha
crew
Bravo,
is not
whiskey
allowed
10,
to
Nordic
lift or stow hand
1257.
luggage. Please store your carry-on luggage in the overhead compartment. All other pieces of hand luggage should be placed under the seat in front of you. We'd like to thank you for your cooperation. En hartelijk welkom aan boord. Om veiligheidsredenen is het gebruik en het opladen van een powerbank aan boord verboden. Berg de powerbank niet op in de bagagebak, maar houd de powerbank in het zicht en zorg ervoor dat deze altijd makkelijk toegankelijk is.
KLM A3 Victor,
Om
request
zo snel
taxi to the
mogelijk te
active.
kunnen vertrekken, vragen wij u om uw handbagage zelf op te bergen.
Wow, the route string is not working.
Taxi to holding point whiskey 10, runway 36 center via
I'd love to show you the route on the
whiskey 10.
Bagagebak, alle overige stukken.
on the satellite map, but it's not working. Oh, thank you, Mark. Love to hear that. I am going to go quickly to the kitchen. I have very little to do right now. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
53 Yankee, contact Schiphol Tower 118.105. Over to Tower 118.105, Transavia 53 Yankee. Alpine 89 Quebec Tango, contact Schiphol Tower 118.105.
Contact Tower 118.105, Alpine 89 Quebec Tango. Have a good afternoon.
Nordic 1257, contact Schiphol Tower 118.105.
Contact Tower 118.105, Nordic 1257.
All right, boarding is moving along nicely.
KLM A3 Victor, contact Schiphol Tower 118.105.
Over to Tower 118.105, KLM A3 Victor.
We have just over 10 minutes before we're supposed to leave. So that means that once they're all boarded, which is going to be in like 2 minutes, I think, we have a full flight, don't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, it's a full flight, almost full. Means that we're going to send the final load sheet to our MCDU, make our calculations for takeoff, and be on our way. So KLM has very new A321 airplanes to replace their Boeing 737 fleet, and we're flying the PH-AXB, which is the second A321. Wow, we're flying the A321 PH-AXB. It's the second Airbus that they bought. Alright, so we have 4 seats left in the back. The aircraft is loaded. So we get our final load sheet. We have 230 plus 2. So I actually need to add 2 more. Do that here. 32. There's 2 capacity exceeded. That's weird. How can I have 230 plus 2? Oh, we'll just leave it at 230 then. Fine. Oh, thanks, Mark. So we'll go to the Init 2 page, and If I press send to MCDU here, then we have our final load speed. Our weight here. So zero fuel weight is 71.4 tons. We have 9.4 tons of weight in total on board, which means that we have a takeoff weight of 80.6 tons. Then we move to departure performance. Runway 36 center. Final load sheet. Live weather. Calculate. So our V1 speed is 156. For those who are not familiar with all of this, V1 is the speed at which you cannot deny takeoff anymore. So if you reach V1, you have to continue. Then rotate is at 161 knots, and that's also V2. We're going to take off with flaps 2.
Welcome on board.
And I
For
need
safety
to
reasons,
set
the
our
use and
trim
charging of
to
power bank on board is
0.7 up.
prohibited. Do not store
Transition
the power bank
altitude,
in the
that's
overhead
where
compartment.
I go
Keep it
from
visible
QNH
and
at
make sure it's always easily
1022
accessible.
back to
And to help us
standard
depart as
QNH.
quickly as possible, we kindly ask
Is
you
at
to stow your
3,000
carry-on
feet.
luggage yourself.
And
Please
this
be
is
aware
the
that
flex
our
2
cabin crew
temperature,
is
flex
not
2
allowed to
takeoff
lift or
temperature,
stow
sorry.
hand luggage. Please stow
52,
your carry-on luggage in
which
the
is to
overhead
say
compartment.
we're
All other pieces of hand luggage should be
fooling
placed
the
above the
engines
seat in
into
front of you.
thinking that it's at
We'd like to thank
52
you for your
degrees
cooperation.
outside, so it will use less thrust for takeoff, because we
Hartelijk
don't need
welkom aan boord. Om
full thrust.
veiligheidsredenen is het gebruik en het opladen van een
I
powerbank
will send this to
verboden.
MCDU as well.
Berg de powerbank niet op in de bagagebak, maar houd de powerbank in het zicht
And we
en
can
zorg
see a
ervoor
mirror
dat
of
deze
what we
altijd
just
makkelijk
saw
toegankelijk
over there.
is. En om zo snel mogelijk te kunnen vertrekken, vragen wij u om uw handbagage zelf
Our
op te
cruise
bergen.
altitude will be
Houd er rekening mee dat
350,
ons
so
personeel geen
35,000 feet.
handbagage mag tillen of opbergen. Berg trolleys op
Optimally,
in de
we would
bagagebak
fly a little bit
alle
lower,
handbagage
but
afstand.
yeah, that will probably change.
Wij danken u hartelijk voor uw medewerking.
I'm going to save the active flight plan, and we have 6 more minutes. I'm going to turn on the master switch at the APU and start it.
Cabin crew, boarding completed.
Boarding is completed, indeed.
All passengers are now on board. To ensure an on-time departure, we kindly ask you for your help in closing the overhead compartments. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
So 36 center, this is the runway we'll take off from, and this is where we are right now. So we'll probably either be told to taxi out this way or this way, but that's really up to ATC. Mark, you're not just a passenger, you're going to be here in the observer seat, watching along in the cockpit. There's the APU. So now we switched from ground power unit to the auxiliary power unit.
Pushback and engine start approved, face southwest.
Pushback and engine start approved, face southwest, Transavia 907 Alpha.
And that's the ground crew for the pushback.
Alpine 7, 979, contact scout, all tower 118.105.
Over to Tower 118,
QNH is
105, Alpine 7, 979, Alpha, good afternoon.
1022.
Air France 69 Victor Hotel ready to taxi to the active.
Air France 69 Victor Hotel, taxi to holding point Whiskey 10, runway 36 center, via Alpha 5, Alpha Quebec, Alpha 27, Whiskey 10.
Taxi to holding point Whiskey 10, runway 36 center, via Alpha 5 Alpha, Quebec, Alpha 27, Whiskey 10, Air France 69 Victor Hotel.
From here on, I'm going to let my first officer handle the comms, because I'll be busy flying the plane.
KLM 65 Foxtrot at gate Delta 24. Request pushback and engine start.
KLM 65 Foxtrot Schiphol ground, pushback and engine start approved, face east.
Pushback approved, face east KLM 65 Foxtrot.
Transavia 97 Alpha, request taxi.
Transavia 97 Alpha, taxi to holding point Whiskey 10, runway 36 center via Alpha 4 Echo, Alpha Quebec, Alpha 27, Whiskey 10.
Taxi to holding point Whiskey 10, runway 36 center via Alpha 4 Echo, Alpha Quebec, Alpha 27, Whiskey 10, Transavia 97 Alpha.
Release parking brakes. Please push. All engines clear. Start at will.
There we
Cabin
go.
crew on the slides.
And starting engine number 2. Let's pull up my checklists here. Alright, there we go.
A very good afternoon and welcome on board. My name is Marcel, and on behalf of the captain, KLM and the rest of the crew, I'd like to welcome you on board of this flight. And we'd like to extend a special welcome to our Flying Blue members. Glad that you've chosen us today and as your preferred
Set
carrier.
parking brakes.
In a moment, we'd like to explain you
It's a weird position to leave us in for a pushback, but okay.
Respect for everyone's privacy, you must
Steer right a little bit.
from passengers or crew before taking photographs or videos. We'd like to wish you a very pleasant flight.
Engine 2 started.
Een
We
hele
have
goede middag. Mijn naam is Marcel. En namens de
not
gezag voor
that long
KLM
to
en de
go
rest van de bemanning
to the
weten
runway,
we
so
van
I'm
harte
just going to
welkom.
start engine 1 as well.
En met een bijzonder welkom voor onze Fly Blue deelnemers. Fijn dat u ook
Flaps
vandaag dit
2,
heeft
so
gekozen.
setting
Zo dadelijk vertellen wij graag eerst iets meer over de
Contact
veiligheid
disconnected.
Two.
aan boord van dit
Bypass
toestel.
pin removed.
En om ieders privacy te respecteren is een toestemming
Left
nodig
is clear,
van passagiers
right is clear.
voor het maken van een
I
foto
was
of film.
gonna go
Vanaf nu
and
doen
set
wij
this
alle
to
mededelingen in
up
Engels.
0.7.
Mocht u eventueel nog vragen hebben, dan kunt u die uiteraard ook even ons stellen. Voor nu wens ik u alvast een hele fijne vlucht.
Up 0.7. There we go. Request
KLM
back to
65
runway.
Foxtrot. Taxi for departure.
This is how to fasten the seatbelt and tighten it. And this is how to open it.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, taxi to holding point Whiskey 10, runway 36 center via Alpha Quebec, Alpha 27, Whiskey 10.
Automatic.
Taxi to holding point Whiskey 10, runway 36 center via Alpha Alpha Quebec. Alpha 27, Whiskey 10, KLM 65
Secure your
Foxtrot.
mask before helping others.
Air France 69 Victor Hotel, contact Schiphol Tower 118.105.
Alright, there we go.
Hotel 118.105, Air France 69 Victor Hotel.
When you're at the door opening, inflate your life vest by pulling the red tab. If necessary, more air can be added to your life vest by blowing into the tube. Contact with water will automatically switch on the light. The life vest is located under your seat. In the unlikely event of an evacuation, follow the illuminated escape path.
Transavia 97 Alpha, contact Schiphol Tower 118.105.
Emergency exits are located.
Contact Tower 118.105, Transavia 97 Alpha, have a good
Leave all
afternoon.
your carry-on luggage behind and follow the instructions of the crew. And we advise you to read the instructions
So,
on the
we're
safety
getting-
board card. You'll find it in the seat pocket
We
in
got
front of
clearance
you.
to
It's now
taxi to the
time for
runway.
the final cabin check. Please make sure that your tray table is stowed away and that the back of your seat is in the most upright position.
Wait.
And please make sure electronic
Going in the
devices
wrong
are
direction
disconnected
here.
from any power supply.
Oopsie.
We'd like to thank you for your attention. On behalf of KLM,
I should have paid more attention where I was.
Very pleasant flight.
Okay, I'm taking a little bit of a detour. Don't tell air traffic control that I did this. Oh wait, they're in the tower over there, they can see me. So we just made that a little roundabout. Thank you, Mark. We will have some taxiing to do before we get to the runway. So now we're on the right track. I made a tiny little mistake there. Auto brake needs to be set to max. And cabin check, yeah. Let's just add a little throttle because this is going quite slow. So I live here in Amsterdam. Schiphol is the airport that I can see out of my window. Actually, I live on the 12th floor. I see the Schiphol Tower from my room right now. Yeah, I know El Al. Unfortunately, in Amsterdam, we know El Al all too well because of that terrible accident that happened in our city. But that's more than 30 years ago now. Yeah, really. I was a kid back then, and my grandmother lived one apartment building away from the building that El Al cargo plane crashed into, and she was pretty much all deaf, so, and she had very heavy curtains, so she never saw, never heard the plane crashing into the building next to her, which is pretty amazing. Yeah, I know, it's an Israeli airline. Yeah, sorry to associate it with an accident right straight away, but that's, for me, it's kind of an automatic association. All right, we're turning right onto taxiway Q here. So now we'll go across the highway, which tunnels under this taxiway. Let's see, I need to do the takeoff configuration test. Normal, and then predicted wind shear on, weather radar on.
Baltic 79 Echo at T Charlie 6, request pushback and engine start.
Air Baltic 79 Echo, Schiphol ground, pushback and engine start, approved, face southeast.
Pushback approved, face southeast, Air Baltic 79 Echo.
Alright, here we are. 36 center.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, contact Schiphol Tower 118.105.
Contact Tower 118. Decimal 105, KLM 65 Foxtrot. Good day.
Schiphol Tower, KLM 65 Foxtrot at runway 36 center, ready for takeoff.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, Schiphol Tower, wind 050 degrees 11 knots, runway 36 center, cleared for takeoff.
That was quick.
Runway 36 center, cleared for takeoff. KLM 65 Foxtrot.
Cabin crew, seats for takeoff. Cabin secure.
Cabin secure, that means that we can go. Alright, there we go. Got to turn on something. It's a little bit messy, I'm sorry about that. Whoops. V1 and rotate. Positive rate of climb. Gear up.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, contact Schiphol departure 121.205.
Contact Schiphol departure 121.205 KLM 65 Foxtrot. Schiphol departure KLM 65 Foxtrot. Passing 1,000 feet, climbing to flight level 060.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, Schiphol departure. Good afternoon, identified. Climb flight level 170.
Climb flight level 170, KLM 65 Foxtrot.
So we're flying straight over Amsterdam right now. It's quite windy. That's 3,000 feet, so QNH set to standard.
The fasten seatbelt sign will be switched off shortly. However, we recommend to keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you're seated. And please be careful when opening the overhead compartments, as items may safety reasons, the use and charging of a power bank on board is prohibited. Do not store the power bank in the overhead compartment. Keep it visible and please make sure it's always easily accessible. And on this aircraft you can make use of Wi-Fi. As a flying crew member you can enjoy free and unlimited Wi-Fi access on board. If you're not yet a flying crew member, you can sign up for free after connecting to the onboard Wi-Fi network, or you can purchase a Wi-Fi pass. All information can be found in the magazine, the seat pocket in front of you. And we'd like to inform you that you always have access to KLM.com. There you can check the latest status of your transfer with your booking code MyTrip.
All aircraft be advised, information Lima now current, QNH 1021.
Alrighty, 8,000 feet passed. So I try to do everything up until 10,000 feet by hand. Because most of the steering work and stuff is in that beginning of the flight. Once we get up there above flight level 100, 10,000 feet, it's less interesting, and the autopilot actually does a much better job at keeping the plane steady so people don't go nauseous. So we're almost there. I'm going to engage autopilot 1.
Schiphol departure.
10,000 feet, so landing lights go off.
Passing
These go off.
1,500 feet, climbing to flight level 060.
And let's see if we have any turns.
Air Baltic 79er
No,
Echo.
this is our last turn, so seatbelt signs can go off too.
Climb flight level 170, Air Baltic 79er Echo.
Now we're also increasing speed. So below 10,000 feet, the speed limit is 250 knots. Now we'll go to our cruising speed, which is 0.78, I think, Mach 0.78.
Schiphol departure, KLM 1245, good afternoon, passing 1,500 feet, climbing to flight level 060.
KLM 1245, Schiphol departure identified, climb flight level 190.
Climb flight level 190, KLM 1245.
Yeah, so one more thing to do is to wait to get clearance for our cruising altitude, and then I'm pretty much done for at least another hour, aside from checking our traffic advisory system for any traffic, which we are not supposed to encounter because air traffic control will keep us nice and away from each other. Just go over all the switches and see if there's anything out of the ordinary here, but it's all normal.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, contact Amsterdam radar 124.88.
Contact Amsterdam radar 124.88. KLM 65 Foxtrot, good day. Amsterdam radar, KLM 65 Foxtrot. Good afternoon, passing flight level 144, climbing to flight level 170, direct Rendai.
KLM 65 Foxtrot Amsterdam radar, good afternoon, identified, climb flight level 350.
Climb flight level 350, KLM 65 Foxtrot.
Flight level 350 is set. So that means the plane will keep climbing until we reach 35,000 feet, and it's going to do all of that all by itself. That is still not working. So we're roughly going to fly this route. This probably across the Alps, somewhere around here, into Italy, and then along the coast, and then there's Rome. Hoping to be able to pull it up on, maybe is this map working? Am I getting a map here? No. It's not putting up a map. Sadly enough. Alright, this is a good time for me to make myself a cup of coffee. So I'll give you a passenger's view of the Netherlands, and yeah, enjoy it for a second.
Transavia 51 Kilo, descend via start to flight level 100.
Descend via start to flight level 100, Transavia 51 Kilo.
Amsterdam radar, Baltic 79er Echo, passing flight level 140, climbing to flight level 170, direct Andic.
Air Baltic 79er Echo, Amsterdam radar identified, climb flight level 350.
Climb flight level 350, Air Baltic 79er Echo.
KLM 54 Kilo, descend via start to flight level 070. Descend via start to flight level 070, KLM 54 Kilo.
Amsterdam radar, KLM 1245, passing flight level 160, climbing to flight level 190.
Transavia 51 Kilo, contact Schiphol arrival 126.68.
Contact Schiphol arrival 126.68, Transavia 51 Kilo.
KLM 1245, Amsterdam radar identified, climb flight level 390.
Climb flight level 390, KLM 1245.
KLM 1245, contact Maastricht radar 135.906.
Contact Maastricht radar 135.906, KLM 1245, bye-bye.
Flight Avia 81 Echo, contact Dutch Mail 128.355.
Contact Dutch Mail 128.355, Flight Avia 81 Echo, bye-bye.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, contact Maastricht radar 128.79er, bye-bye.
Center on 128.79er. KLM 65 Foxtrot. Maastricht radar KLM 65 Foxtrot. Passing flight level 250, climbing to flight level 350. Direct motion.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, Maastricht radar identified. 65 Foxtrot, contact line radar 132.08.
Contact line radar 132.08. KLM 65 Foxtrot, have a good afternoon. Line radar, KLM 65 Foxtrot, flight level 350.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, radar identified. KLM 65 Foxtrot, contact Rene radar 120.93, bye-bye.
Center on 120.93, KLM 65 Foxtrot. Rhine radar, KLM 65 Foxtrot. Good afternoon, flight level 350.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, Rhine radar identified.
Those of you who stuck with me in the cruise phase, happy to still see you here. And if you tuned out and if you tune in later, that's also fine. We got a company message that says no ADC required. That's a delay message. But we had no delay, so don't need to send an ADC to them. Sirius Black said, "What's good?" Hopefully, the landing will be good. But I got some new gear, a new stick, and hey, Mark, still here. New gear and such, and landing planes has proven to be quite difficult while getting used to the new stuff. But I mean, there's only one way to get used to that stuff, and that's by using it. So yeah, I'm trying to improve on that. So let's see where we are right now. What do we have coming up? There's Zurich, Lausanne, I think. So we're above Germany right now. Coming up on the Alps, and I hope the weather will clear before we hit the Alps, because otherwise we will see only clouds, and that would be a shame. There is some weather over there, as you can see.
Rhine radar with a 3 Papa Whiskey flight level 350.
With a 3 Papa Whiskey, Rhine radar identified. KLM 65 Foxtrot, contact Rhine radar 132.405, good day.
That's us.
Contact Rhine radar 132.405, KLM 65 Foxtrot. Rhine radar, KLM 65 Foxtrot, good afternoon, flight level 350.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, Rhine radar identified.
Yeah, it's a little boring with all that, all the clouds. Maybe we take a nice external view. There you go, there's an airport down there. Quite a big city as well. Let's see what that is. Oh, Stuttgart. One of the bigger cities in Germany. take some nice pictures. I actually love how dirty the plane looks here on the bottom. Doing a tremendous job with those liveries these days. Let's pull up the weather and other information for Rome. Let's see if there's anything we can read from that in terms of what we will be expecting. So arrivals, runway 16 right and left. That probably means that I will get 16 left for my landing. Yeah, there's 16 left planned as well. So probably we'll get 16 left. Just go and fill that in here. And then what was the A, right? Let's check. Now coming in from EHAM waypoint towards the ILS approach, so I can actually enter that as a VIA. And if I'm not getting that transition, I can always just go to regular vectoring, but it's good to have that prepared already. Now the rest can wait until we have clearances from air traffic control. would be interesting to see if no, top percent stays the same. Sometimes when you enter.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, contact Rhine Radar 133.755. Have a good afternoon.
Contact Rhine Radar 133.755, KLM 65 Foxtrot. Rhine Radar, KLM 65 Foxtrot, flight level 350.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, Rhine Radar identified.
Okay. So sometimes when you enter an arrival, the top of descent will change because it's a different route from what you originally have. It's a heavy plane taking off from Schiphol here. Oh look, there's mountains coming up. Yep, we're coming closer to the foothills of the Alps. Now this is where it becomes fun because of the nice views. It's not really clear, but clear enough to get some nice mountain views. getting really nice.
KLM 65 Foxtrot. Contact over radar 134.39.
Contacted over radar 134.39er KLM 65 Foxtrot, good day.
And that means we've entered Italy.
Pad over radar KLM 65 Foxtrot, flight level 350.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, pad over radar identified.
Yeah, some clouds, but still lovely views of the mountains. It's a shame we're flying this far east, because if you go across the Alps a little bit more to the west, you get to the really high and snowy peaks. This is Austria, which has well, the mountains are a little more rough from time to time, but they're less well, they're lower, basically. Sorry, a little bit lost for words, lost in translation. Alright, so let's give ourselves a sit rep. We are 190 miles from our top of descent. Which is which we're going to reach 10 to 2 Zulu time. So that's 10 to 4 local time. We are supposed to land at 4:21 p.m. local time. So that's a little under an hour from now. We're currently flying above the Alps, and then we're going to go across North Italy like that, and then eventually end up here on the west coast, the Mediterranean west coast. For quick reference, Amsterdam, Rome, Mediterranean. Let's enjoy the view some more. I'll be off mic for a second and be right back.
Padova radar, Wizard 9 Whiskey Lima, flight level 336.
Wizard 9 Whiskey Lima, Padova radar identified. Wizard 9 Whiskey Lima, contact pad over radar 132.86, good day.
Contact pad over radar 132.86 with 9 Whiskey Lima. Have a good afternoon.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, contact Padova radar 136.465.
Center on 136.465 KLM 65 Foxtrot. Padova radar, KLM 65 Foxtrot, flight level 350.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, Padova radar identified.
All right, well over Italy right now. And we're coming up on our top of descent, which probably means, ooh, too steep path ahead. So we should enter some of our destination data. Let's pull up an updated ATIS weather report from Lima, India, Romeo, Foxtrot. Which will tell us that arrivals runway 16 right and 16 left. Yeah, still the same. QNH is 10:15. Temperature is 32 degrees Celsius.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, cleared right up 4 Alpha, arrival runway 16 left.
40 at 11 knots. And we got cleared
Cleared right at 4 Alpha, arrival, runway 16 left, KLM 65 Foxtrot.
Arrival, runway 16 left. Which, if I'm correct, was exactly what we filled out earlier on. So yes, that's nice. That is the correct frequency. Regular 3% slope, glide slope that is. So let's enter Lima, India, Romeo, Foxtrot 16 left, which gives us 146 miles to the runway as the crow flies. Performance, we fill out. We have an estimated fuel on board of 4.3 tons. So add that to this, that's 75.7 tons landing weight. On 16 left with dry runway with low auto brake, we have more than enough runway, as you can see. So that's good. We'll copy the active flight plan. That means that we are basically ready for descent, which we will not declare yet. We have another 4 minutes of cruising altitude to go.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, report ready for descent.
Since they're asking for it.
Ready for descent, KLM 65 Foxtrot.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, descent to flight level 190.
Descend to flight level 190, KLM 65 Foxtrot.
Okay. Now you will see the engines go to, I'm not sure if they'll go to idle, but no, not yet. So we're slowly descending. All the way down to 19,000 feet. You can see the East Coast over there. And I think we're a little too far away to see the West Coast yet. But as we go further south, we'll start seeing the coastline over there in the back.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, contact pad over radar 133.705.
Contact pad over radar 133.705, KLM 65 Foxtrot. Pad over radar, KLM 65 Foxtrot, passing flight level 329 or descending to flight level 190.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, pad over radar identified. KLM 65 Foxtrot, contact Roma radar 132.84.
Center on 132.84, KLM 65 Foxtrot. Roma radar, KLM 65 Foxtrot, passing flight level 324, descending to flight level 190.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, Roma radar identified.
Now that is the first of 3 lakes that are coming up. So one, and then there's one over there, and then one over there. This is Lago Trasimeno. Then we'll get Lago di Bolsena, and then we'll get Lago Bracciano. And we're basically following those 3 lakes towards Rome. So you can see that's Trasimeno, Bolsena, Bracciano. So a little under a half an hour till we land. And I think in a minute we're going to
Speedbird 554 Romeo, contact Roma radar 124.8.
in a minute we're going to switch on the seatbelt signs. Now we're really going to descend. Thrust is going to idle.
65 Foxtrot, contact Roma radar 124.2.
Center on 124.2, KLM 65 Foxtrot. Roma radar, KLM 65 Foxtrot. Passing flight level 295, descending to flight level 190.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, Roma radar identified.
There's Lago di Bolsena.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, descend flight level 170.
Descend flight level 170, KLM 65 Foxtrot.
Flight level 170, set. And there you can see our arrival is coming up. We're going to make a big turn right and then a big turn left, and then we're lining up for the runway. In the distance you can see the Mediterranean Sea coming up. And now as we pass Lago di Bolsena, we got Lago Bracciano coming up over there.
May have heard from the captain. We've just started our descent. In a few minutes, the fasten seatbelt sign will be switched on. Until that moment, it's still possible to use the toilets. In the meantime, the cabin crew will end the service and start on the safety preparations in the cabin for landing.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, descend via start to 4,000 feet, QNH 1015.
Descend via start to 4,000 feet, QNH 1015, KLM 65 Foxtrot.
Alright, so they gave us a QNH 1015.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, contact Rome radar 123.415.
Center on 123.415, KLM 65 Foxtrot. Good afternoon, Rome radar KLM 65 Foxtrot. Passing flight level 175, descending to 4,000 feet.
Now we're descending fast and
KLM 65 Foxtrot, Roma radar
this
identified.
A321 can be a little bit slippery. We need to stay on our path and manage our speed at the same time.
Roma radar, Eurobird 687 passing flight level 140, climbing to flight level 170, direct take close.
Eurobird 687, Roma radar identified, climb flight level 350.
We need a little bit of drag, so we're going
Flight level
to
350, Eurobird 687.
use the spoilers to slow us down a little bit. Set auto brake low for this approach.
United 506 heavy, contact local approach 135.1.
Contact NorCal approach 135.1, United 506 Heavy.
Now somehow my airplane is always a little bit worried about this part of the route, where it says that it's a too steep path, but I never really encountered close. But I haven't flown the A321 here, so maybe this is where I will need to
contact Rome arrivals 125.5.
help the plane go down a little
Rome
bit.
arrivals 125.5, KLM 65 Foxtrot.
All aircraft be advised information Charlie now current QNH 1015.
Rome arrivals KLM 65 Foxtrot. Passing flight level 141, descending to 4,000 feet with information. Charlie.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, Roma arrivals, QNH 1015. Expect the ILS X-ray approach. Runway 16 left with the examiner transition.
QNH 1015. Expect the ILS X-ray approach. Runway 16 left with the examiner transition.
So that's what we
KLM 65
already
Foxtrot.
put in our MCDU. It's asking for more drag, so using the spoilers again to make sure we
KLM 65 Foxtrot,
go down
reduce
to
speed 230 knots.
30 knots. That's
Reduce
what
speed
we're already
230
doing.
knots. KLM 65 Foxtrot.
Right turn coming up. And we're coming up on 10,000 feet, which means we'll have to turn our landing lights. Actually going to set flaps 1 here. That'll automatically give us a little more drag. Now I'm assigned 230 knots. But my plan asks for 220 knots over there, so I'm curious what they'll do. If they'll give me a resume normal speed, or they want to keep me at this 230 knots.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, reduce speed 220 knots.
Reduce speed 220 knots, KLM 65 Foxtrot.
That's also good. That's fine. So they're basically telling me what's already in the flight plan, but I'll follow them instead of the flight plan.
hit arrow 2071, cleared direct Subok, cross Subok at or above 5,000 feet, cleared ILS X-ray approach runway 16 left. Cleared direct Subok, cross Subok at or above 5,000 feet, cleared ILS X-ray approach runway 16 left, hit arrow 2071.
Oops. Should have turned those on a while ago. So 220 knots is still the speed that we're supposed to go. It's 210 over there actually, so I either expect a reduced speed to 210 or resume normal speed. Message from ATC. Very cool looking lake over there.
Hit arrow 2071, contact view May Tower 127.625. Over to Tower 127.625, hit arrow 2071. KLM 65, Foxtrot, reduce speed to 10 knots.
Reduce speed 210
There
knots.
we go. A little later than
KLM
expected.
65 Foxtrot.
Now that's Exama. And from there on we move on to the actual runway track. As you can see, the runway course. From 4,000 feet to 2,500 feet, that's where my plane is saying that's too steep. Well, we will see. I think we can handle it if we use
KLM 65 Foxtrot, cleared direct Exama, cross Exama at or above 4,000 feet, cleared ILS X-ray approach runway 16 left.
Cleared direct Exama, cross Exama at or above 4,000 feet. Cleared ILS X-ray approach runway 16 left, KLM 65 Foxtrot.
Yeah, that's all good. It's at 2,500 feet now. And I will turn on the LS. So, barrel reference is set, seatbelts are on, minimums are minimum. I did, right? No, I did not.
KLM 65
Wow.
Foxtrot, resume normal speed.
Resume normal speed. KLM 65 Foxtrot.
Minimums, I need to be quick. Minimums, minimums, minimums. Left, elevation is 14. 214 is minimums for this approach. There we go. 17 miles to the runway. I'm using the speed brakes to get us down at a reasonable speed. If I don't pay attention, the aircraft will get away from me and I will come in fast and high.
Roma arrivals, Air France 1304, passing flight level 169, descending to 5,000 feet with information Charlie.
So cabin is ready for landing.
Air France 1304.
Auto brake is
Roma
set to
arrivals.
low,
Good
engine
afternoon,
mode
QNH
is
1015,
ignition.
expect the ILS X-ray approach. Runway 16 left
And
with the
then from
sub
here
transition.
on, our checklist will be here.
QNH 1015, expect the ILS X-ray approach, runway 16 left with the sub transition, Air France 1304.
13 miles, 13 and a half miles from here to the runway. What's the altitude for the go around is 2,000. Set approach and set 2,000 for go around. So now we're picking up the localizer. And gear down, taxi light on. We are very nicely below the glide slope, which is good. Still a little bit fast.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, contact Fiumicino Tower 127.625.
Contact Tower 127.625 KLM 65 Foxtrot. Good day. Fiumicino Tower. KLM 65 Foxtrot, ILS X-ray approach. Runway 16 left.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, Fiumicino Tower, wind 260 degrees 8 knots, runway 16 left cleared to land.
Runway 16 left cleared to land, KLM 65 Foxtrot.
So it's a crosswind landing. I'm going to take control just in the last few hundred feet above ground and let the autopilot handle most of this crosswind. Just because I'm not overly confident here with this stick yet. Actually pull up the airport ground chart and want the parking chart actually.
$1,000.
I have control.
$300. $100 above. 200. Minimum.
Think rate.
$50. 30. 20. Retard. 10.
Reverse green. Spoilers.
Retard.
Retard. We're already on the ground. But okay. And roll out. That was a little off the center line, but it was not terrible.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, exit right at Delta Golf.
Exit right at Delta Golf, KLM 65 Foxtrot.
And there we are.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, contact ground 121.675.
Ground 121.675, KLM 65 Foxtrot. KLM 65 Foxtrot, request taxi to company gate.
KLM 65 Foxtrot, taxi to stand 408 via Delta Hotel, Delta November Golf.
Taxi to stand 408 via Delta Hotel, Delta November Golf, KLM 65 Foxtrot.
Oh, okay. That's an easy taxi route.
Welcome to our destination. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the fasten seatbelt signs have been switched off. And please be careful when opening the overhead compartments, as items may have shifted and could fall out unexpectedly. And you may now switch on the mobile services on your phone again. Other electronic devices must remain stowed until we've reached our parking position. On behalf of the entire crew, thank you for flying KLM. It was a pleasure having you on board with us today. And we'd like to wish you a good stay, a welcome home, or a pleasant onward journey. And we hope to welcome you on board of one of our other aircraft again soon.
Easy 9016 at ramp 826, request pushback.
Turn off engine 2.
Easy 9016, Fiumicino ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face north.
Pushback approved, face north, Easy 9016.
Right click from above. Alright, so next left turn is for me.
Easy 9016, ready to taxi to the active.
Easy 9016, taxi to holding point Bravo Alpha, runway 25, via Kilo, Victor, Zulu, Mike, Tango, Bravo, Golf, Bravo, Bravo Alpha.
Taxi to holding point Bravo Alpha, runway 25 via Kilo, Victor, Zulu, Mike, Tango, Bravo, Golf, Bravo, Bravo Alpha, Easy 9016.
It's actually a little different from what I thought I would get. Oh, making a mistake here. I know what's going wrong. Okay, well, I'll have to make a right turn there. I thought I was already there, but I wasn't. Taking a detour. Glitching over there. Alright, so now we're heading straight to stand 408 or gate 408, which is right behind that Beta Airways plane. Turn off the taxi light so we don't blind anyone who's over there.
All aircraft be advised, information Delta now current, QNH 1015.
Parking brake set. APU is on, so we can turn off the engines.
Cabin crew, disarm the lights.
Beacon off. Logo light 1. And external power is already available, so we can turn off the APU as well. And start deboarding. And there's our jetway. arrival message will be here.
Passengers to boarding starting.
Passengers to boarding, very good. 14:30 is our arrival. Now let's compare that to our scheduled arrival. Look at that. Right on time. Very good.
Easy Niner 016, contact Fiumicino Tower 118.7. Have a good afternoon.
Don't need you anymore. Don't need you anymore. No, do need you. So there we go. That was our flight. Our passengers are deboarding, and as you can see, cargo is getting unloaded. We are in Rome and we are done for today. Thanks so much. I hope you had a pleasant flight, I guess. Thanks for joining, and see you all later. Bye-bye.